Hello everybody, welcome back to the ESL Pro League. Pretty cool Mountain Dew League coming out. That starts next season. Yeah, that was cool.
You look a little hungover though in there. Were you okay?
Yeah, I was. I don't remember actually. So
well,
entirely could be. But yeah, that is going to be really exciting next season as the Mountain Dew League enters its first, premiering big things for the semi-pro divisions and kind of helping us build up the foundations for the future. But forget about all that. We'll live in the present because Pistol Round is live.
Yes, it is. And CLG going with the smoke, 2 flashes, and Haze, and the bomb sitting back. So the whole team's just sitting back, waiting for pushes. And Kusta looks like he's going to just sit back and see if there's anyone pushing halls.
Yeah, he's over towards the A-bomb site, and it just seems very, very passive off the bat from CLG. They're just essentially making sure that nothing kind of happens too aggressive early on from Cloud9 that would ruin what they want to do, which eventually does look like it's going to be a hit towards that B-bomb site. Haze has the bomb. He's also got the only utility. He's got the smoke and 2 flashes. And you can see how the movement on the minimap, they're all kind of coming over towards this B-bomb site. So it is just going to be a very standard smoke execute. Shroud, he'll be able to take 1 or 2 shots, but this is going to be retake on the B-bomb site, and it's actually pretty clever. It might be unexpected from CLG. Shroud can live on catwalk with automatic, so that's going to make this retake very two-pronged. And it's going to come in very quickly as the quick rotates are in. Some players cheating over. And Automatic has some open shots. He's doing some damage. No kills just yet. Shroud is the next one up. And his teammates have arrived at market as well. So they're pretty well protected, but not being able to get any kills. Kusa does open things up, and it's surprising how little damage is done to CLG. This is looking good. Nothing with the quick flank. And here comes that retake from Catwalk. Stewie's going to lead the way. The man of the season so far. He has been incredible, but he's got a big job to do. 1 kill there for him. Nothing finally does chime in, but this smoke, they can't find anyone. Stewie is on a hunt right now. He does find 1 more and a second. 3 kills for him total in this pistol round, and Kusa's blocked off. He's in such a bad spot. He can't stop this defuse, although he does get that kill. Stewie's got to hop off of it now. He's going to need a kit and this kill very, very quickly, but Kusa's just going to play for time. And Stewie, I don't think anything's left for him. He's out of bullets. He's got to go the knife, and he drops over to the gun, but Kusa with 1 bullet finishes it off. CLG, that pistol round works out perfectly.
Stewie almost coming in huge right there, but CLG just pulling it off at the end. Kusta get the nerves out a little bit, but he pulls them through big.
It's incredible to me that Cloud9 actually pulled this back into their favor for a certain period, but it was just a nice holding on from Kusta. That was critical, obviously, in winning that round, and a little bit unfortunate that Stewie didn't have a kit, or else he could have played that differently. But either way, they have to survive the second round, where we see 4 Deagles bought up for the Cloud9 side.
I wonder if this is a miss by Shroud, because he's the only one that has armor on the team.
Well, Shroud maybe just feeling confident. Maybe it's one of those rounds where he just says, "I'm going to kill 3 people with this Deagle."
That could be true. They're on the X factor.
You always
the
have
wild
those.
card.
You always have those gut feelings.
You have to. You sometimes in this game you have to go with your instincts. It's not all about set paper strats. Go with your instincts.
Well, he's also playing at range a little bit, so maybe if he goes up against an SMG, he's thinking that can help the aim punch at that kind of a range, but. No real pressure applied by CLG quite yet. They do have 2 AK-47s on Nati and Kusta.
CLG, though, is completely giving up the A side of the map. Holding that middle, they're just using their long range to outpick anyone if they pick middle.
This is very slow, and this could be a little bit scary. Cloud9 doesn't have any indication this is coming, though. You can see no one's cheated and he rotates. And actually, even just going up catwalk with no smoke and connector, very fortunate. Now Shroud has to fall back, and he's going to miss all his shots. That armor does nothing. Automatics here, but it takes way too many bullets to not even get that kill. And that seals the round. Cutler and Nazi are brought extremely low.
Nati.
That feels so weird, because we do call Reltup Cutler.
Yeah, that's true. But I like Nati.
Let it just be a lesson. If you're gonna attempt to be a pro player, don't make your name something difficult. I mean, if you're gonna use your name, why not just use it the correct way?
But
his name's Ethan.
There's so many Ethans in this world, Jason. You have to separate. You have to set yourself differently from the pack. How? Okay. So his name's backwards, like Coulter.
Yeah, racked our brains forever, and we say, well, just write Ethan backwards. That's how you separate yourself. Why not? Skadoodle gonna go for some exit kills. Hazed is all alone here, but he's gonna live safely. Same with Stewie and Skadoodle. They'll get into the next round with their Deagles, so an opportunity to do a bit more damage, but at least initially that investment does nothing.
I felt like Automatic could almost had this round because he was hiding in the ladder room area, and he let those 2 people just walk right by, and he was shooting person in the back, and he just missed. And
That's the frustrating thing with the Deagle is some people are just so good with that gun, and then others, like we saw with Automatic, not that he's not good with it, but you know, there's just some people who just can't seem to buy a kill with that gun, even when it seems like it should be easy. Looking like a B rush from CLG. Nades come out. There's Naughty with the opening kill. Shroud at his B site. Him and Stewie each get a kill. Automatic's still alive, but that's quickly fixed by Cutler. Now down to a 2-on-3. They've taken a couple losses. I think Naughty had the other AK-47 as well, so they might want to try and recover that.
yeah, it looks like Cloud9 is going to sit back and try to have some extra kills. And Stewie gets picked off early. Now it's a 1-on-3 in favor of nothing.
Ooh.
And Hayes just one-digs him. Why not?
Ooh, that was cool. Yeah. Nice little one dig there.
Little one-dig.
So Shroud, Shroud's going to have the M4. This is going to be a buy-up. Scoodle won't have the AWP quite yet. Do not believe. But either way, a 3-0 lead for Counter Logic Gaming. They have 1 UMP still on the Cutler side, and he does have the AWP. So that's dropped over to him. He dropped an M4 for a teammate. So actually a pretty solid buy for Cloud9 coming in here.
And it looks like CLG is going to roll into an A take. They're just going to sneak through the smoke A ramp. Hayes, though, Stewie almost gets caught off guard, but still stays alive with 4 HP. Now looks like CLG is about to execute towards A here. They're hopping around. Coulter.
All right.
Okay.
Cutler, that's a fortunate bullet that goes a little bit sideways. Nothing's still on the site, though. There's Skadoodle's response. Nothing's traded off, but it seems like the damage has been done a little bit. Another kill almost through the smoke. Subrosa entering the site. Shroud is massively exposed.
Subrosa just has a sick game sense right there. Almost hitting that shot like 5 times in the smoke.
Yeah, he's done some damage. It's pretty equal, all things considered. Kit on Skadoodle, so there's a chance here for Cloud9 still. Automatic. He's been good for this team so far. Because they have the kit, they can let that smoke expire, but Subrosa with a very nice peek comes out on top of it, and then right through the box. Why not? Subrosa with 3 kills, and that's the first gun round, so 4-0 for CLG. It looked a little bit scrappy at times, but Subrosa just, you know, tapping away. Has a very good round here.
I like that move by CLG, how they just snuck up in the smoke of A ramp, because it did not alert Stewie, who's up in the bomb site, with nades tossing over, you know, because some people counter nade. Yeah,
I mean, they do get a little help with the timing with Stewie having a nade instead of his gun out at that moment, just probably going to re-smoke A ramp, possibly. But that's not a bad idea from CLG. As I mentioned in the pregame, they haven't had a lot of time to have any great practice, so they're going to be a little bit deficient on a couple maps. So why not just keep things simple? And there's nothing more simple than just walking up A ramp through a smoke and just seeing what you find with those fights.
But those are kind of like one and dones. You know, you can't do that too often. People start expecting that. And Kusta, though, getting an early pick on Stewie. Cloud9 had 3 people B, and now Skadoodle and Automatic are going to rotate towards A. Nothing, though, is playing a little cheeky angle against Hazed. But CLG's not budging. They're still pretty spread out. They're waiting for pushes, and they're going to take their time. And it's okay sometimes, Jason.
Yeah, well, I mean, definitely protect yourself against any, especially on an anti-eco. You almost want to be a little bit cautious and you wait, because right now Subrosa is putting pressure on the B site. So being patient over towards A isn't a bad idea, because that's sometimes the plays that CTs make to try and gain that information, is to get aggressive away from the pressure. And nothing wins that battle against Hayes, despite all their patience. But fortunately, Subrosa over towards B had success, so they have the bomb site. They can rotate over. Nothing does salvage an AK-47. That's going to be at A, and they're just kind of hoping that the hit does eventually come in there. Automatic, though, with an underpass flank. He's going to hear these footsteps. I'm not sure how much Cloud9 actually wants to commit to this, though.
Oh, that was unfortunate timing for Kusta. As soon as he turns the corner, Automatic just runs right up. He probably has to know he's coming around the corner.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely dodged the flash there. Easy kill for Kusta. And Nothing is just going to resign himself to Palace to save that AK. Skadoodle will get away with absolutely nothing, but they're going to have the full losing bonus. So next round is when they're going to have every single piece of utility, all the nades, all the kits they'll need, the op back onto Skadoodle's hands. And we'll have to see what they can do. The money is actually building up pretty nicely for CLG. Kusta at the moment has 5,700. Hayes has 6,800. Cutler has 6,400. So there's a good amount of money that CLG is going to have moving forward.
Yeah, CLG has a lot of room to work with. I wouldn't go such a risky kind of setup right now, but I would definitely, you know, play a little loose. Don't be scared. You're up 5-0 against Cloud9. Take a deep breath. You guys got this, you know?
Take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath. Sometimes you just gotta take a deep breath, Jason.
Sometimes you gotta take a deep breath. Well, Skadoodle and Automatic each have the AWP, so we do see a double op setup in this 5th round. See how that can change things. Automatic takes his over towards B, and he's actually bringing it towards Catwalk, so the 2 ops are gonna be focused on mid.
That mid control is very important on this map. Stewie is alone in A with nothing for fast rotating. Shroud gets a fast pick in the B halls. He's playing Sub Rosa. He's been kind of lurking the B halls last couple rounds, so Shroud's like, enough. No. No more.
Well, good win in that duel by Shroud. He's going to have Hayes coming up against him next. Shroud's playing at a little bit of an off angle, so might catch Hayes off guard. The question is how aggressive is Hayes going to be knowing that there's no one else there? He is also the in-game leader. There's a smoke to pop up, and Shroud spots him, I think, right before it plumes and does massive damage, down to 12 HP. The bomb is rotating towards Hayes as well, so this hit is a little bit weakened. But all the members of CLG now on the B half of this map, they have given up any control over towards A, any kind of information or presence towards that bomb site. And Skadoodle's even cheated over towards B now as well, so this could be a disaster if they do hit this bomb site.
Yeah, Hayes is going to have to get this first kill, or Cloud9 is going to run these people over in the B-bomb site.
Well, might not even get a chance because Skadoodle drops him with the AWP. There's still 2 more members in the site, even with Automatic missing. Shroud's there to recover. Cutler's got a good vantage point. That's a nice headshot through the bench, but everyone's here. And Cutler can't be the aggressive one. He does spot the gun barrel. He knows where 2 players are, so Kusta finds that, and now he's just waiting for a peek. Cutler is just backing up Kusta perfectly, trying to bait out the shot, and Cutler can't do it. Jumps up on top, almost extremely clever. Any more damage Kusta can do, it's unrealistic to think he'll win this, but just a couple kills, maybe just 1. There it is, nothing falls. He knows what the 2 remaining players are. 5 seconds left, he gets that tapping away. He now knows where Stewie's is, but there's only 2 seconds left on the clock. He gets it! What is this?
Wow.
Cloud9 throw another round away.
That is a huge blunder by Cloud9.
That can never happen if you're Cloud9. For everything we've talked about, 8 seconds left with 3-on-1, and they lose it.
Everyone's peeking 1 by 1. No one's exchanging kills with each other. That's terrible by Cloud9.
That is actually atrocious. A big benefit for CLG, up 6-0 now. Nightmare situation. Cloud9 plays that round perfectly until about the last 8 seconds of it.
Yeah, that's definitely unfortunate. I'm surprised Cloud9 did not buy pistols or up to a certain amount of money, at least with some armor, more armor, because they have the money bonus and everything going on for them. But it looks like CLG is going to stick with the old default. 2 middle, 2 B halls, and Hayes is just sitting back. He's taking their time, you know, nice and easy. It's like painting a picture, Jason. You can't rush it. You got to let the paint dry up a little bit.
I can't handle it. I don't even know where to go after that. Continue, Eric, please.
Okay. But CLG did leave the bomb back by Team Spawn. Looks like Cutler is sitting back. He picks up the bomb. Automatic, though, sitting on window, ladder area.
Yeah, this is they do have a couple flashbangs to use. There's only going to be 2 players here. Is Automatic going to get aggressive with nothing? That's the question.
It doesn't look like it. It looks like he's falling back towards the jungle area, and Stewie with an easy pick on Hayes. I didn't understand that move, because Cutler, gosh, that name's going to mess me up, could have helped him out right there, but he was a little too far away, so.
Yeah, now they have to hit with a man disadvantage. Skadoodle's found out by Nadi, and coming through the smoke is nothing. He had Kusta completely blind. Fortunately, Nadi wasn't. He also gets a TK, so why not? Still, such a huge advantage of the gun power. CLG is going to more than likely take this one, barring heroics from Shroud with this deagle. And he's already been spotted out by Cutler. So everyone knows where he is. Molotovs are going to start raining out, and this pretty much spells the end of the round. 7-0 for Cloud9, or I mean for CLG, excuse me. This is, I don't think anyone expected this.
Not at all, and I think Cloud9 should take a timeout right now. It's because the rounds, I mean, they lost that 2-on-4. They're not even having kills or that many kills on eco rounds. I think a timeout, just reset CLG and just work from there. You know, talk about what we can do a little differently. But they don't take a timeout.
Well, I mean, there's no the issue is maybe their timeout should be just to untilt from that 1-on-3, because that will certainly stress people out. That will.
I'd be raged.
Yeah, that will stick around in people's minds. But at the moment, again with the double op setup. Last time they had this, despite losing the round, it was a fantastic looking round for them right up until the end, right up until it wasn't. So they go back to it. Skadoodle again towards the window room, automatic on catwalk. The bomb is outside A, so despite all these bodies towards B, Subrosa maybe going to be the one trying to lead a fake, and Nazi and Hayes are going to come up connector. And they've actually pulled Skadoodle away, but now Cloud9 is onto it. Stewie's going to be under balcony, nothing with the initial defense. That Molotov is going to slow things down as well. And Stewie just biding his time. That flashbang is pretty nice. It blinds, not Cutler, but he is the one to fall, and now Stewie's just going to get a second kill with that USP, and this fake does nothing. Automatic wise to the underpass play, but can't hit the shot with the AWP. Subrosa gets that one, and certainly there's no way, they've already thrown away a 3-on-1. There's no way they do it with a 4-on-1.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sad if they do that. I liked what CLG kind of did that round where they were faking kind of like a B mid take, and then they rushed towards Hall because it got Cloud9 to over-rotate, but unfortunately CLG couldn't hit their shots and get their kills, and Cloud9 looks like they're about to win this round. Subrosa coming up, gets the first kill though on nothing. Stewie though, way to exchange of kills and not peek one by one.
Yeah, and they have plenty of money as well to drop some weapons over. They salvage the AWP, so still 2 ops rolling for Cloud9. This has got to be a good rest of the half. They have so much money still to burn through on the CLG side. I mean, before the buys, 2 players over 10,000 on the CLG side, so that's going to be huge for them. Cloud9 not out of it just yet. I mean, CLG with 7 rounds, they're going to need more just simply because of being a new team. You have to imagine at some point in this match they're going to hit a period where they struggle. But this is already a very good half for CLG.
Yeah, 7-0 is an awesome start. Let's just see if they're able to keep on this momentum and not completely lose control of the game.
The slow default goes into mid control, but just walks right into the crosshair of automatic. He's been in this position probably 2 to 3 rounds in a row that he's had this AWP, and I'm not sure why Subrosa thought it would be a good idea to just crouch in and challenge again like that. No flashes. There's some of that inexperience. Perhaps Shroud pushing up catches Kusta off guard, so Cloud9 getting into the swing of things. Shaking some rust loose. Maybe they just missed their warm-up.
Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't eat their Wheaties, Jason.
Just nullifies all of our pregame discussion. The lack of Wheatie eating. Stewie's alone in the A bomb site. Nothing's in connector. He'll have quick help when this does come in, but all that's left is this 2-man hit onto the A site. Nothing is spotted out, but no damage landed onto him. Flashbang comes in. Hayes turns, doesn't get dropped, but good damage dealt. Hayes and Nazi still just biding their time waiting, and this is going to start causing rotations. Automatic's already sprinted overward, so Cloud9 has indication that 2 players are going to be here.
CLG has a big uphill battle. Nadi easily get taken out. No problem for Cloud9. CLG, I think you guys should mix it up a little bit now. Your default's not working. Maybe go into an A execute or any kind of execute and stop getting picked off so early in the round.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's stopped getting picked off. They have only lost 2 rounds after all, but I think it's the nature of those pickoffs in that previous round, just walking basically at automatic, especially the second kill. Either way, we do have a pause in the match, and I am...
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by it. Because it felt like...
Well, who paused it then?
I'd say Gert. I think he's the type of guy to do this.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it feels like even though...
we did just get word it's technical, by the way, so it's not tactical.
Well, I'm wrong, okay?
Do you want to continue that thought, though? I mean, you seemed like you had a good... Okay.
So even though Cloud9 has won these 2 rounds, it feels like CLG is losing a little steam. Like, they're being outpicked at every angle. Like, they're not entering bomb sites that well anymore. Even though it's 2 rounds, it feels like they're kind of flat already.
Well, I mean, to just build on that, even if you go back to that 1-on-3 that Kusta wins, that round was all Cloud9 getting those picks, even despite losing that round. So, yeah, it has been a couple. It's this double up setup seems to have really thrown a wrench in the plans of CLG. They really do need to figure out how exactly to handle that. But yeah, we do have a player drop, so it is technical. But I mean, now 7-2. I mean, what comes next? Is Cloud9? I mean, this is going to have to be a scrappy comeback for them. I mean, is this the period where we see CLG just kind of completely drop the ball and just kind of go on a massive losing streak? So this start to the match may not matter in the end.
Well, I mean, it's a little early to tell if that would happen, but I would like them to use a lot of smokes because they know they have 2 alps. So smoke. It's harder if you have a 2 alp setup. It's harder for it to. For a team to retake a bomb site with ops. So I would definitely like to see a smoke, either A or smoke B if they have one.
Yeah, yeah, some kind of execute would definitely help them at least get in and then just be able to defend it in that fashion. This has been surprising though. Kusta playing well with the AK-47. He's at 11 and 3. That's kind of what I'm following in this game is the role changes. Cutler with the AWP, Kusta with the AK-47. We are live into the game, so we'll get back in there. And also Hazed on his in-game leading as well. How is his impact going to be diminished, or maybe are we going to see it relocated to the tactical abilities of CLG? Leg shot onto Nazi. Skidoo spots out that rush, but he's very low. Shroud through the smoke, spraying one down. Excuse me, that wasn't through the smoke, but automatic falls. So there's Stewie and Shroud. They each get their kills, and Shroud with a couple more. He makes it look easy. 4 kills for him total. That's nicely done.
Yeah, very nice by Cloud9. Are you calling him? Never mind. I'm not gonna say. Kept saying Naughty.
Yeah, naughty.
All right, just making sure.
We could call him Ethan. We do call Reltuck Cutler.
Yeah, that's true. I can't say Retluck or that's my mind's already messed up.
Mind breaks when you try and do that.
Retluck.
Some of that old software. Back on a pistol, so Cloud9's finally done it. Now these ops are coming alive. Stewie has it now.
They just like to mix up the ops here. One round is automatic, now it's Stewie. Why not?
I mean, Stewie, we've seen in other maps and at certain periods on Dust 2 specifically, you know, his op is very effective. So, I mean, as if we haven't talked enough praise about that player. But he's got it now. Shroud in the back of B, and this does look like it is going to be a B hit. The bomb is dropped all the way towards T-spawn, though, so even if they have success on this hit, it's going to be very depressing when they get into the site and realize they don't have the objective they need to complete.
Yeah, that's bad oversight right there. And automatic can 1 kill, and then Shroud and nothing. Just clean up easily. And it looks like Cloud9 is playing a 2-3B setup every time they hit B. So hopefully CLG can see that. They're playing 2-3 people B every time.
Well, this is also, I mean, this is also the nature. Look at how they're doing it now. So they can change things up. Like you said, they have the automatic had it 1 round, then Stewie, and now it's back to automatic. So if they want to throw a different look, maybe automatic doesn't feel comfortable taking that peek into connector with the AWP. Stewie probably loves that. So automatic playing with it on catwalk, and Stewie playing with it in connector, and they're just changing the look of this defense so that CLG can never get comfortable. And now again, aggressive towards A. Nothing is going to be the important player here. Stewie is peering into the balcony where the majority of CLG players are, but if nothing falls to Hayes, Stewie is going to probably fall very short after that because he's got to manage 2 different angles.
This is true, but it is Stewie, so you just never know. You get those headshots.
Get those headshots.
Get those headshots. As
the smokes fade, they have no more to use, so they're going to get a little bit more passive. Stewie is still stuck very aggressive in the bomb site. He's going to have fantastic support from nothing. Stewie does have 1 more Molotov he can use. The question is, what does it come out? It comes out just now over towards ramp, so Hayes is held off. The hit still hasn't come in for CLG. No real indication. Automatic on catwalk. Skadoodle's starting to cheat over towards A as well.
And then Cutler is going through the underpass. Skadoodle's rotating through CT spawn, and Cloud9's in a good position to hold it, but Stewie gets picked off easy by Hayes, and Skadoodle's exchanged it. Now it looks like CLG's kind of stuck at this A ramp area. Skadoodle offing them.
Yeah, Skadoodle with this op is in great position. Automatic on catwalk. He misses another one, and Skadoodle has to let some rows out just for that missed shot. Hayes is close up very low. Not expecting that, but it's Shroud to the rescue, and Hayes, with only 5 HP, has a 1-on-2 to win. If he can find Shroud, he only has the op, so his HP won't matter. But there's a landed shot, so that closes it out. It's been 5 straight for Cloud9. They seem to have started slow, but they got their feet under them. And Shroud's almost at 16K, and he's really been the dominant player in this run from Cloud9.
Yeah, almost every round that they've won, he's gotten multiple kills. So Shroud picking up the slack where automatic's not really hitting, but again, it is a team game. Not about the kills, it's about the W. You're right, Jason. But it looks like CLG, they have 1 AK, so they do a little half buy. Working toward his underpass, and nothing. Spots him out. Skadoodle exchanging kills. Or getting a kill, I'm sorry.
Yeah, oh, that's a nice shot from automatic. He does fall. Finally traded by that AK that's far back. Hayes gets another one, so Skadoodle goes for the aggressive peek and gets punished by it. And Stewie now with a dink on Akusta is going to finish that off. Nicely done. Hayes, again, the last man alive. He's got the AK in a 1-on-3. He's got the time to be a little bit creative with this if he wants to try and find some fights. It is still going to be very difficult, especially considering if he's going to go Palace, it looks like nothing is going to be perched there with the AWP. So this could end up being a nightmare. It's all going to come down towards timing, as nothing has other spots on the map he has to worry about. But seems to be a solid round from Cloud9.
Yes, it is. And the fourth AWPer of the game is nothing. They just love switching up. I like that, though. Being the wild card of it. Who's off in this round? We don't know.
Well, we've seen this earlier in the season when Nothing had an AWP, and we decided that he's not an up. But that's a nice blind kill from Hayes. So Nothing with the up doesn't get anything done, but he's now got a 1-on-2. He knows exactly where Stewie is. Still 30 seconds left, and he can't find Shroud. Swings around the corner before Hayes is ready for it. 6-7. Cloud9 has clawed their way back into this match. CLG has been shut down. Maybe we had that technical pause earlier. This is the question. I mean, if you're, I know you mentioned that you liked that call when it was 7-2-ish for the tactical pause, even though it wasn't a tactical pause. But if you're CLG and you've lost 6 straight, why not call a timeout a little bit earlier if you're on this losing streak and change things up? Go for 10 rounds on your T side.
Exactly. And CLG looks like, though, they're going to sneak up towards this A ramp. Stewie, though, all alone in A, but nothing swinging back from Connector. If CLG is able just to rush out and take it right now, they will have the number advantage. It looks like they're just going to lurk through the smoke. They're popping out right now.
Yeah, Nothing spotted. It drops that Molotov. He's going to be blocked off by smoke. Stewie's the one who's got to be careful. They're pushing up on him very quickly, and he does spot it out. Peeks at the right moment. Kusta not aware, not checking that angle. Damage being done to Hayes and Nazi. He's going to pop flash right through, but he gets stuck on Stewie, so he thinks he did make his way into CT spawn anyways. Completely blind, and Automatic's not aware of this. That's going to be a free kill. There it is. 3-on-4. It's going to be a retake scenario, so they get into the bomb site finally against this double op setup. Can they hold off? This is where these ops get a little bit weak, but not if they're doing damage through boxes. There's Nothing leading the charge. He's going to get a second one. Good flashbang on a Subrosa. Now he's going to peek. That's 3 kills for Nothing. He can't get all 4, but he's done the damage, and he's won the round for his team. It's all tied up 7-7 now.
Yeah, even though that was an awesome retake by Cloud9, Color should not have peeked T-Ramp at the moment. The bomb is planned for him, so you need to stay back and bait your teammates. You should not be one of the first people to peek in a retake situation.
Yeah, with that op, yeah, he did get a little bit overexposed. It's that follow-up flashbang on a Sub-Rosa that I think really sealed it, but a great aggressive play from Nothing. And I think at some point in that round, something snapped. I think I'm just going to be calling him Ethan from now on. I don't like how Nazi flows.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like you're saying Nazi.
Well,
that's what I'm
if
hearing,
I wasn't, we certainly have it now. So Stewie's going to be at the ticket booth. Automatic on Catwalk with the AWP. Skadoodle's still with his. This double up setup has brought Cloud9 back into the match.
CLG going to their old default, or their older default map on the side. Kusta, instead of Sub-Rosa right halls, we got Kusta right halls. Maybe they're mixing up, maybe a different angle, peak, or tendency, trying to throw off Shroud, but it's Nothing in the halls right now, so maybe we'll see what Nothing will do. He's hiding. Got a nice little crossfire there. They have 3. Cloud9, though, has 4 people towards B right now.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't bad for a while. There was a little bit of a catwalk hit, but they decided not to continue with the pressure. And there's actually 4 people leaning over there. Even Skadoodle's in the market. And that leaves Stewie in very much a lot of trouble if they try and split. But he's going to get a kill onto Cutler, who's boosted up in window. That's a good find. A little bit of an awkward angle for Cutler to check. But now that causes the rotation towards A. The tough part for CLG, the tough part for CLG, if you look on the minimap, all 4 of them are so spread out, so far away from each other, coordinating a hit is going to be a little bit difficult.
So it looks like it's going to be a double fake, but Hayes gets picked off. I don't think it'll sell as well. And Ethan and Sub-Rosa trying to work another pick towards A before Kusta sneaks in, but Cloud9's not biting at all. They still have 3 people being. Kusta is spotted with a bomb.
Yeah, bomb's been spotted, and even if Shroud doesn't kill him there, obviously, he would have been a free kill for Nothing. There's Skadoodle with the deagle. Ethan, the last one left, and he gets taken out. So Cloud9 finished the half 8-7. It was a little bit worrying if you're a C9 fan when they were down 7-0. A hot start from CLG. They're going to need another one in the second half because they have lost 8 rounds in a row. And we'll find out. We'll see if they can do it when we return from the break, so stay tuned for the second half.
don't have a smoke, so this overstep.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, TheScoreEsports.com, Mountain Dew, and ESEA.
Welcome back to ESL Pro League. Here on the first map of the evening, it's already pretty exciting. CLG versus Cloud9, myself included. I think a lot of people thought this was going to be pretty one-sided, considering this is a whole new lineup for CLG. The first time we've seen them this season. And Cloud9 on that 8-0 run have looked fantastic. Well, CLG had other plans, starting out 7-0, but the comeback, Eric.
Comeback
is incredible.
Comeback is real. And Cloud9 is destroying them right now. They got the momentum. It's a momentum game. And CLG looking a little flat right now. I don't know. Hopefully they're not panicking too much right now. Maybe they've got to reset. Let's play some CT side and see how it works.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully that helps out. Obviously, we saw if you can get running with it like Cloud9 did, that'll allow you to have a pretty solid defense. But the question becomes, we see this frequently, especially with new lineups, less skilled lineups for us, or less team-oriented squads, that the CT sides are sometimes the more difficult side, just because it requires that amount of communication, requires to proactively find information, and not a lot of teams, especially new lineups, have really figured out how to do that.
Yeah, and when you play against a high caliber team like Cloud9, their T sides are going to be pretty solid. They're going to be on point. Their timings, their exchanging, and flashbang is all going to be on point. And so if you're pretty sloppy on the counter-terrorist side, you're going to get picked off, and then one round leads to another, and it just starts snowballing into
well, exactly
losses.
what we saw in the first half, right? Well, just that snowball of that defense, just that double up setup just could not be stopped. CLG had no response to it. So that's something for sure that CLG is going to go back to the drawing board and say, if we encounter double ops on Mirage, we need to be able to handle it better.
But they did get in the bomb site pretty easily with opening kills, but they lost on the retake because people kept peeking weird angles and got outshot by Cloud9.
Yeah, well, now, I mean, at least, you'd think this is going to be the other side. We have highlighted some reasons why CLG might struggle. What have you got? What do you think this the second half is going to have in store for us?
Cloud9's on fire. They're hitting shots. Okay, that's obvious. CLG.
Give us something not so obvious.
Not so obvious? You know, I want to see a big half by Hazed. The entire half, I never saw his name. Like, I don't know what he was doing the entire half. Like, he didn't have kills. There's no big plays. I want to see more of a Hayes come out. Guns firing.
Yeah, I mean, Ryu advertised him as the man who was born on Mirage. So yeah. I mean, I think part of that in the first half is because, as I mentioned, so many role swaps along with the roster issues on CLG. I think this might be his first official match as the in-game leader.
Didn't they play other matches in other leagues though?
They might have.
They might have. But I wonder if
I've been focusing so much here on Pro League.
Of course. That's why I'm just curious on if maybe, I don't know if all leagues are adopting the new coach rule, because there's no one's just Valve.
I don't think it's fully been implemented quite yet in terms of not allowing the coach to be in. I think teams are kind of allowed to make that switch on their own if they choose to now. I think it comes in the future where that'll get hard enforced. But either way, yeah, right now, coach is still allowed in the servers. I think Garrett's actually in the server with CLG, but Hayes is the end-game leader. Either way, forget about all that. It is 7-8. CLG is down by 1 round after a great start in the first half. See if they can close this one out. Ethan is going to be the sole player at the A bomb site. Cutler and Hayes, actually Hayes is going to make his way through the murder hole over towards A as well, towards Connector. All 5 members of Cloud9 here, they have nothing in Skadoodle with the smokes and the flashes. This is going to be an A execute. Smokes are already out. Flashes are going to come. Hayes is already rotating back. Ethan's going to have some nice shots. He is completely smoked off, and actually they're going to pressure jungle. Hayes gets completely blind. That is a beautiful flashbang, and Stewie leads it. Of course he does. Kusa just gets over here. Stewie with 2 kills. Coming right at jungle. Hayes and Cutler are out of the fight. Now it's all onto a retake, but what kind of hope do they actually have, especially considering how advanced Cloud9 is towards window room? There's really nowhere to come from. Stewie gets caught off guard, not prepared, so he does eventually fall, but automatic with the response. And still, Ethan and Kusta have not been able to get into the fight whatsoever. Kusta, in fact, having to just run through smoke to try and get involved, and he can't even find his way out. He does get 1 kill, but he's cleaned out. So A dominant pistol round from Cloud9. That now makes it 9 straight.
Very dominant. And what Cloud9 did right there that works so well is that they tossed 2 decoys in the mid, so maybe pulled one of the CLG people in the middle, and then they smoked execute right in the A, and that was an easy take. Great flashes by Cloud9. And that was a pretty dominant pistol by them.
Yeah, extremely. That flashbang towards jungle was perfectly timed, completely blinded the defenders there, and Stewie just maintains that aggression. So Cloud9 now with big control of the momentum. Obviously 9 straight is pretty ridiculous. And look at this, a little bit of a bait and switch. Kusta and Subrosa both playing up top. Subrosa with just the flashbang out. So if Kusta spots one, that flashbang is going to come, and that's where the peak. They will peek from both sides, so that could be a little bit difficult if nothing is pushed up aggressively. But that flashbang now, I mean, nothing hears that, so that indicates that someone might be close up. I don't think he'll get caught off guard by Kusta. I think he would check these angles after hearing that flashbang.
Yeah, Cloud9 has 2 people towards halls. They're not going to get caught off, but it looks
no.
like, I don't know, they'll check it.
Well, they don't. That surprises me. Kusta gets 1. Stewie, he's blind, and he's just going for Subrosa. The knife comes out. Is he going to get it?
Stewie
Kusta,
gets 9.
he has to go with 2 stabs. That is huge. And Stewie, that's a little bit embarrassing. So Kusta has a kill, 2 AKs, and the scout on Skadoodle now to take this bomb site. And they have a flank coming in as well. Cutler could be the end of these dreams. Skadoodle, he tags up Hayes. When does Cutler come into play? He's going for the long flank through Palace, so still time for Cloud9 to make this work, but they have to hurry. Bomb is going down. Automatic. He doesn't sense it whatsoever yet. He finds 1 kill, but it is going to be free for Cutler. Now they know. Now it gets tough. Skadoodle jumps up, can't tag, and he actually falls as well to Cutler. It's all on Shroud. He gets that 1 kill. Can he transfer on to Cutler? He does. Now going for 1 more. It's a 1-on-1, and it's with Kusta who cleans it up. 3 kills, including a knife. Kusta has another big round. Finally gets CLG back on the board. And look at how far ahead of everyone else Kusta is on the scoreboard. 16-10.
He's fragging hard. He has a chip on his shoulder right now, Jason. He's upset. He's mad at everybody.
This is beautiful.
And get that extra money, too. You get a nice
Yeah, you
15 hundo from
You get a
that
hefty bonus, obviously.
Christmas time, Jason.
Well, certainly for CLG, they win that second round. All M4s. Cloud9, they get a plant, so they get that extra $800, but they don't decide to buy. They don't try and get right back into action. So, oh, that's a sick shot opening by Stewie on a Cutler. Early 5-on-4 advantage. There is utility at nothing as well, so they can try and they have some things they can use to try and find another pick before they decide to commit, but the real thing they need to find is some weaponry. Kusta gets tagged down to 68.
Yes, and Cloud9 is sitting back and taking their time, waiting for these people to peek again and see if they can kill them. And Sub-Rose is pushing, but Automatic is caught off guard. And now Cloud9 knows that there's a person pushed up in upper B halls.
Yeah, and they have to be honest as well, because they know Sub-Rosa can just push through underpass. They have to be very careful of that.
Oh, this is a nice boost, because Kusa just left that window area.
Well, also, it's where the M4 is. Now, Hayes is watching it, so it's going to come down towards timing. And Stewie with a tag, but he's brought down so low. He goes for 1 more just because he has to, but can't complete it. And it looks like that's going to be it for Cloud9. They get that pick, but nothing else can come from it. Skadoodle with the bomb. Nowhere really for him to go. He could find his way towards the B bomb site. He doesn't realize it's clear. We know.
We know it's
no one
clear.
over there.
But we can see everything, Jason.
We can see everything, including that headshot. So Skadoodle falls. The AK-47 is brought up, and at least an opportunity now. Skadoodle, they know exactly where he is, but he could do a little bit more damage. And actually, still no one from CLG watching that B bomb site.
Yeah, all he needs is 1 more kill, and this round's very winnable. Because he's going to get the bomb now, but there's 2 people on Catwalk. Hayes is rushing through and trying to get the before he plants, but fails to do so. And almost, but not quite.
Yeah, but that's big, that plant. That's going to allow more bonus money, so that's going to be, it's now 2-round losing bonus plus that $800. It's going to be a strong buy at a Cloud9. They'll even be able to afford an AWP if they choose to go that route. Stewie could actually drop it over to Skadoodle. They could change weapons so and have both armor. So pretty interesting doors open for themselves on the Cloud9 side, but they're not going to go for this. Or Skadoodle does, Glass Cannon.
Glass Cannon. He's in it to win it, Jason. No more funny business.
Yeah, but you know, he could have had armor, which is a little bit curious. I don't know, maybe Stewie bought a little bit too quick, or no one just noticed early enough to really make that decision. So fast towards the B bomb site, 3 players. Stewie's gonna be the one member, the sole player trying to get mid control, and Cutler misses that shot. So Stewie has it.
Throwing smoke off catwalk, but the Cloud9's working their way through B halls. They're tossing nades over and executing right now. Subrosa's blind and he's stuck in catwalk, getting picked off by nothing. Kusta exchanging kills, but Skadoodle taking out 1-2.
Yeah, and Stewie can't lurk in mid effectively enough, but Automatic is on a tear. Nothing Automatic, Skadoodle all have 1 kill, so it's down to this 2-on-3. Ethan's got to try and do something from Market, but there's Automatic. He pounces out. He loses that to Hayes, though, but they know where 2 players are now. They heard Ethan take the shot, and he's going to be the first one to progress. Shroud in the bomb site, still defending. Skadoodle with the op, though. This is kind of the trump card for Cloud9. He basically cuts off this avenue of the retake. Flashbang comes out. Shroud wins his battle, and Skadoodle, that's an easy shot for him. They respond, so still maintaining the lead after getting all tied up, 10-9. And it's probably going to be back onto pistols for the CLG side. They can upgrade some. They have a decent amount of money, but no reason to force the issue now with a score this close. Yeah,
especially since they won 2 and lost 1. I would definitely want to say maybe buy a very light pistol if you have a lot of money. It's definitely be an eco for CLG. And they're a little spread out. They're playing 2A, 1 middle, and 2 towards B. Trying to spot things out. Cloud9 taking it easy. 2 halls, 2 middle. Stewie's just lurking that A palace. Looks like Cloud9's going to use the range. No need to push. We'll wait out the smoke. Hopefully everything goes okay. It's going to be okay.
It's all going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
Keep telling yourself that. Hayes takes a quick peek down A ramp, doesn't find any information, so still Cloud9 just kind of prodding at this defense, both teams being very passive.
Yes, and I think Stewie heard Hayes shoot, so I think Stewie's trying to go get some kills and clearing out this ramp. He spots out Hayes, but doesn't finish the job. Stewie's telling his teammates, hey, A-ramp's kind of clean right now, and Kusa's over-rotating towards B. This is a good round for Cloud9 to take B.
That's a sick transfer. Aiming at the faraway player. He has 2 kills, and he's going to get the 3rd as well. Cutler jumps right into him, but nice job by Stewie. You could just see the kind of confidence and aggression that Stewie plays with there. Even with seeing Hayes at an off angle, he still just pushes forward no matter what, even though he could be surprised. He's just taking the fight, seeing what he can find. Kusa trying to flank. He's been spotted out. He's going to take this range duel. Shroud cleans it up. 3 kill for Stewie. And this is that shot, that transfer as soon as Hayes pokes his head up. It's whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole.
Why not? No AWP for the CLG side. Hayes is on the FAMAS, all M4s. So bought out into this round, and it's going to be that mid-aggression. We were wondering when they were going to pull this out, wondering if they were going to do it. I don't think Shroud saw that.
I don't think so.
He's going to drop a flash over, and now he's going to peek out. He sees 2 there. He sees 3 in mid. This is what makes Stewie get so aggressive. He does fall to Ethan, but the A bomb site has been lost. It's going to be a 3-on-3 now. Skadoodle aggressive with that peek. Subrosa exposing himself far too much, and Skadoodle's now holding the angle.
It's a 3-on-3, and Kusa's holding by stairs. Automatic's pushing through this HT spawn. He's going to spot Hayes here in a second. Gets the kill on Hayes. Now it's a 2-on-3.
Yeah, but that might be the deciding fight. Control of those spawn stairs are going to prevent any real effective retake. They do have a kit on Kusta, but Cutler's low and they have no other nades. And CLG's going to have to bail out of this one.
It's a good turnaround by Cloud9. CLG with the early pick in middle, but Cloud9 playing that smart and rushing towards A immediately as soon as they spotted 2-3 people middle. Good communication by Cloud9.
Yeah, very good communication, very good realization of the setup that was being employed, where if they hit that aggressively, they know that with 3 members in mid, the most they have at A is 1. So nicely done from C9 responding to early adversity. And that 7-0 start to this game from CLG feels like it was oh so far away.
It's looking pretty grim.
It is looking grim.
It's looking grim. Cloud9 has not too much money, but they have a lot more than CLG. And CLG has 2 Colts, though, so it's going to be interesting where they're going to stack these 2 Colts. Looks like Cutler's going towards A and Kusta, so the Colts are going towards A right now.
Maybe the thought is with Kusta and Cutler at A, they just say, put the 2 rifles here. If they come A, we have a chance. If they go B, we just save the rifles 1 more round. So Cloud9, I mean, they're just set up once again in this default, a little bit spread out. They have mid control, though. Stewie watching for a Palace push, Shroud watching for a B push. And everyone just kind of gathering any kind of intel they can. And this timing between Automatic and Hayes is really awkward. It feels like for the past like 6 shoulder peaks from Automatic, they should have seen each other at some point.
They were dancing, Jason. And it's not always awkward. It's only awkward if you make it awkward, okay?
Yeah, I guess words to live by.
Yeah, and nothing. He's just going to try to clear this connector area, see if he spots anyone. Cloud9's still sitting back. They're playing it safe. Shroud and Stewie are on opposite sides of the map, just watching for overall pushes. And Stewie just walking out, doesn't care. He's just killing people, no fear. It's kind of about what he's been doing this entire half so far, just walking out and getting kills.
I mean, it's such a. Those are 2 huge impact kills as well. Those are the 2 M4s, the 2 opening kills of the round, and it honestly, it didn't even seem like that was necessarily a call to the teammate. It was just kind of Stewie saying, we don't really know what's going on. I'll find out. He gets 2 kills.
Yeah, why not? So for CLG, I would think that so far, like at least 2-3 rounds, Stewie has just walked up A ramp or A halls to get early kills. So maybe they should try doing something where it's more opping towards A. I would like to see an op in CLG's hands and just pick off these people that, you know, just walk out with no nades or smokes. Should be an easy kill in theory.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. The op now on Cutler, if he keeps that at the A bomb site, I mean, Stewie could be a little bit more limited in those kinds of plays he can make, which would obviously be huge for CLG. He's going to take his AWP over towards B, though.
Naughty looks like he lagged out, though.
Yeah, Ethan does seem like he crashed of some sort. He only has a USP, and he hasn't moved. So, unfortunate for CLG. I mean, I guess they could have called for some kind of timeout, but maybe they just don't notice it quite yet.
You're like, hey.
No, I think they've noticed.
Ethan.
No, they've noticed. This is going to be a restart. All of Cloud9 just running right back towards T spawn. So the crash has been called by CLG, and we'll have to figure out exactly how that's going to be handled. But the good news is they got it. They announced it before any damage was done, because then you are not able to restart the round. So, I mean, 13-9 for Cloud9. They've now won. They're on a 13-2 run, Eric.
Yeah, that's a pretty big turnaround from the 7-0 run by CLG. So we come to think, is this CLG was playing better than Cloud9, or was Cloud9 just playing worse for the first 7 rounds?
You also have to consider the fact that those first 5 rounds as CT are pretty crucial in terms of economy. So, I mean, CLG to get out to that 7-0 run, they did reset them twice. They won a 1-on-3. I mean, there is, you know, they did win. I mean, all credit to them for going up 7-0, first of all. That is difficult to do. But even that 1-on-3 round just felt like it shouldn't have happened. No 1-on-3 should ever happen. But once Cloud9 kind of got settled in, got their feet under them, it's just been... Now it's turned to what we expected it to be.
They're on Cloud9.
Unreal. Listen,
I'm all about puns, Jason. I love puns. I'm gonna.
We haven't gone over this since you're a new caster, but the puns are sensitive. Just be careful with them. They're powerful tools.
Do people get upset for that?
Well, I mean, if you lay out something like that, yes.
Oh, well, that's not that bad. Come on, come on. Who says that? Who says
Speaking of not bad, Stewie is 22-13. So I mean, we highlighted him in the pregame show. He's obviously living up to it here. Not just the volume, but the impact that some of those kills have had. And actually, Shroud's not far behind him. Shroud's at 20-10. So both of those players, obviously, Cloud9 is going to be a very tough team to beat when Shroud and Stewie are playing like this, are having this much of an impact. So Cloud9 doing well. It looks like the server, we should be ready to go. Ethan's back in. He's got his money.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Why don't you say hi to your mom?
I was kidding. I was just told it's going to take a while, just to throw me a little bit of fun here. So yeah, it is going to be match medic, but we'll have that back any minute. What do you think of Shroud and Stewie's performance in this game?
Stewie's he's literally uncontested. He's just walking out, getting kills. I always see him just. He makes it seem too easy. It can't be that easy. Like, this can't be that easy. How is that so easy for a person? Like, he's just walking out. Like, every time he peeks, they happen to turn, or they're not ready for him. And that's my, like, turning, like, in game, you know, aiming at angles. Like, as soon as they turn, he just pops out and hits him in the side of the face.
Can you show me the turning again?
You know, get the turn. Get the turn, you know.
All right. Nice. Kusa on the other side of things for CLG. He's 18-14. But I mean, that's he's leading the team. He obviously had that 1-on-3. He had the knife on a Stewie to open this half off. But I think after the pistol round of this, after the knife round, after he knifed Stewie, I think he ended that round with like 3 kills, but it was 16 kills total. So since the first 2 rounds of this half, he's only had 2 kills. So everyone on CLG seems to have gone quiet in the second half.
Maybe he should pick up an AWP again, you know?
That would be the dream, wouldn't it?
Bring back those horrible memories of being on Team Liquid over there, getting yelled at by Simple all day, you know?
The good old days.
The good old days.
Remember it fondly.
You got to not be scared, Kusta. You know, don't listen to the haters. Pick up that AWP again. I want to see those shots.
Well, I mean, he did have that game at E-League. Why do I forget who that was against? Yeah, I think it was against FaZe, where he was just dominant with the AK-47. I think he dropped like a 40 bomb.
Oh, that's good.
Or high 30s, maybe.
I'd watch that game. I'll check it out.
You should check it out. It was a good game.
Oh,
It was just very surprising. That was the first game where we saw them switch, and it was another situation like this match where we were just like, well, he's going to have a rough match. Here we said CLG's going to have a rough match. It's actually pretty close, still 13-10, so still an opportunity for CLG, but they have to start out very, very hot out of this pause. So at least, I mean, this kind of technical pause works as a little bit of a second time out for them. They can chat things over. What are you saying to CLG now? If you're the coach, if you're Garrett and you're trying to get them to bounce back, are you talking strategy? Are you talking mental game?
Mental game, I think, for sure. Because they were up 7-0 at one point, so they're able to actually do something like that. But since then, after round loss and loss, they're not feeling confident in their shots. There's no like awesome plays by them or crossfires. It just seems like meh, like they're just playing meh. And I want them to. I'm not going to say it, Jason, but I want them to have really a lot of confidence, okay?
I think we all know what you want to say. Well, we know what you guys want to see. We know you guys want to see this first map conclude, and it will when we return. The admins are going to finish up this match medicing. It's taking a little bit longer, but when we return, it will be the last rounds of map 1 between Cloud9 and CLG.